Hi, my name is Michael, this is The Slice, and in today's episode we're talking to Jennifer Emery. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of The Slice. Today I am talking to Jennifer Emery. Hiya Jennifer, how are you?
I'm not too bad. How about yourself?
I'm good. Are you excited about today's Slice episode?
I am so excited. I do love interviews and just chatting generally.
Have you done a lot of interviews in the past before?
I've done a lot over the last sort of couple of weeks. I've done a lot more, but obviously the environment we're in now, video is just so important. So.
Yeah, no, it is 100%, and we'll touch on that in a minute. So there is only really one rule to the show, and that is the simple 20-minute timer. So you get 20 minutes to talk about your business, and when the timer goes off, whether you're in mid-conversation, that's the end of it. So are you ready for me to start the timer?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. So the timer has now started. So do you prefer Jen, Jennifer? What do you prefer?
Jen's fine.
Jen is fine. So Jen, tell me a little bit about yourself for anybody that doesn't know who you are.
Okay, if anyone doesn't know me, I'm Jennifer Emery. I help women feel incredible, confident and happier in their skin through my sort of online dance membership programs, courses and personal development workshops. So I just want you to feel amazing in your own skin. You'll be surprised as to what things, if you're not feeling good about yourself, it then will translate into you going forward and going for your goals and going for your dreams.
Yeah.
So my job is to help women feel better.
Do you know what? It's always funny I can relate to that because although I'm not a woman, I can still relate to it because, you know, when I have a haircut, I instantly feel so much better about myself, my business, my overall life. And it's funny, it's just a simple haircut. I mean, I am sporting a COVID haircut at the moment, so I don't feel 100% great. But I completely get what you're saying there because, you know, in order to be happy within yourself, you start seeing those positives in other walks of life of your business, your personal life, and so forth. So how do you find getting someone on board and actually getting someone who might not be aware of that little trick and getting them on board of changing their life for the better?
You'd be surprised because generally not a day will go by where I won't either I'll speak to a woman and hear sort of where she's at, how she's feeling about herself, or I'm seeing it. You see it daily, even on social media. I see it all the time, women sort of struggling with their health, the fitness, no purpose, not sure where they want to be, what they want to do. Basically, they're not taking care of themselves and sort of giving up on their dreams, and it does actually, once women tend to have children, their dreams, their goals, their health usually becomes the bottom of the list. So then that's where there can be a lot of mental health issues as well, because then if you've got no purpose, if you don't feel you've got any purpose and you don't feel good in yourself, you're not necessarily going to want to go and reach for your dreams. If it's starting that new business or if it's moving up the career ladder in work, you won't feel confident to go and ask your boss for a pay rise because you just don't feel good about yourself. So it's so important that it's all linked. So when you can start breaking those bad habits and introducing new habits with it, you know, in terms of, you know, better the fitness, nutrition, looking at your lifestyle, how you can change things and working on your mind, that's when massive changes, positive changes can happen, and you'll be surprised as to sort of then all the incredible opportunities that have been staring you in the face that you just haven't seen because you've been looking inward and been sort of struggling with yourself. So yeah, not a day goes by, and I just want every woman out there, if you're watching this, I want you to know that, you know, you're worth spending time on yourself. You're worth investing in yourself. Don't be putting yourself at the bottom of the priority list.
And I think that is easy to do as well, isn't it? Because, you know, it's funny, we spend so much time making sure we have life insurance, making sure our houses are nice, our cars are nice. We don't actually take on board our bodies and our mindset and actually how we're feeling as ourselves. We kind of neglect that part, don't we? We seem to tick all the boxes everywhere else, but not necessarily us as individuals.
Yeah.
How do you find, you know, getting someone out of such a negative mindset?
I mean, first off, I suppose they have to realize where they're at right now. If they find that they're dealing with low moods, low energy, they're weepy all the time, they're not wanting to spend time with friends or family, there's something that's going wrong there, and it's actually taking a step back. And sometimes when you're in it, it's very difficult for you to see it. So having someone else who can mentor you, who can coach you through that, and have you taking actionable steps so that you get out of that rut that you're in, so that you can achieve so much more, is so important. I went through a phase of sort of after I had my children, I didn't spend time on me. I didn't invest in me, in my mental health or physical health. I was teaching lots of classes and I was physically exhausted. You would think as a fitness professional that, you know, I had so much energy. I'd finish my classes and I'd just be so exhausted because I wasn't, you know, checking what fuel I was putting in my body. I wasn't working on my mental health. I wasn't giving myself time to grow, to develop, to work on my mindset. But now, you know, after several years of doing this, I'm in a completely different place. And I want you to know that, and ladies, and anyone watching this, is that you can get where if you're stuck right now, you can get out of it. It's just you've got to be prepared to put that time and effort in, because no one else can do it for you. They can guide you. And I'm here, you know, for like myself, I'm here as a guide and as a mentor. But at the end of the day, you have to put in the work. But if you have that guide with you, that roadmap, and someone that can lead you along the way, it's so much easier to do.
So how did you get into this? What kind of made you change your life? Because it sounds like you're obviously doing this through personal experience. You've been in a place where you've not necessarily been as happy. And like you said, you've been doing this now and you feel so much different. What actually made you take that change, and how did you find that you needed to change within yourself?
Okay, so we've all probably gone through difficult times in life. So it's coming up to now 7 years ago when my brother took his own life. He committed suicide. It's much easier for me to talk about it now than it was back then. But I was already struggling at the time after having my children, you know, postnatal depression, struggling to keep on top of everything, the house, the kids, trying to be that perfect mum that doesn't exist, but you want to try and be that perfect mum. And then this sort of was like the catalyst of things, like, right, okay, my mental health is deteriorating here. Whatever I'm doing, and I've been doing for a long time, it's not working. So I need to change. So I need to make a change. So I decided I was going to go into coaching. And in that point, it was like, actually, going through all that training, all that learning, personal development, you know, getting my time management better, understanding our lifestyles have a massive impact on, you know, whether we're going to succeed, and knowing what the people we need to have around us so that we can succeed. Because a lot of it can be down to the people that are around you, potentially could be hindering you feeling better, your growth. Just to give you an example, you know, if you're trying to lose weight, but all your friends around you are encouraging you to, you know, when we weren't social distancing, encouraging you, let's all go for kebabs and everything like that, and rather than saying, well, actually, let's try and eat healthier, or go to drink, go to the pub and get wasted 3 or 4 times a week, then you're in a situation where you're going to make it so much harder for you. So when you're finding the right people who are going to help you move your life forward, then that makes a massive difference. And I think that catalyst for me was huge. And you know, it's, if there's anything that, you know, I can stress to you, that we all have different things that we go through in our life, and it's like you get to a crossroads and you go, right, okay, I need to do something about this now, because I want to be the best mum. I'm not going to be the perfect mum, best mum for my children, best wife for my husband. I want to be the best person I can be, so that I'm enjoying life and I'm thriving through life, not just surviving.
And it sounds like, and I think I know the answer to this, I'm going to ask it you anyway. Are you living your best life? Are you actually in a position now where you are 100% happy and content in what you're doing?
I mean, I don't think there's always a, saying 100% happy. I'm where I was 10 years ago to where I am now. I'm a completely different person. I'm much happier. When I first had my children, I was struggling just to even enjoy going to the park with them or going swimming with them because I hated myself. I didn't have the confidence. Now I'm thriving. I'm excited. I don't mind if I fail something because I know I'm going to learn so much from it and it's going to move me forward. I'm still growing. We've all got room for growth. So, you ask me that question again in 5 years' time, I'll be in a completely different place. 10 years' time, the same for you. Where you are right now, you're going to be in a different place in 5-10 years' time. So there's always room to improve and grow. But as long as you're improving and growing, you're going to be happier. And I'm loving where I am now. I'm really enjoying being off with the family, although it can be difficult at times managing things with the social distancing. We're not being out and seeing friends, but time with the family, I'm absolutely loving it. We're connecting, we're bonding more. It's I'm loving it, and my goal is to have as many women feeling much better about themselves that they'll actually go, now I want to do something different. I want to do something for me, and they're not ashamed to say they want more.
How have you found lockdown in terms of, obviously your business is very much out and about, meeting and greeting and actually physically being in a room with people? How have you found the transition between going from such an environment like that to doing it over Zoom and various other different online video platforms? How have you found that that's changed your business? Has it changed it for the better or for the worse?
I mean, I was already half my business was part online anyway with my online coaching and fitness programs. So it was the community side and the classes that was the bit where all of a sudden one day I'm teaching a class, next day they're just not happening. And that initial move over to online Zoom workouts, there was probably a period of a couple of weeks where it was very much trial and error. Mm-hmm. And, I'm so thankful for all the ladies that stuck with it. They were trying it and Zoom wouldn't work and it was going off and we couldn't connect the sound. But we worked through it and persevered, and now it's all up and running, and it's something that I'll be continuing long term, because I've got ladies who, for example, used to come to my classes who've moved away and who could no longer come, and now they're able to get online and still work out with me, as well as sort of with my online programs as well. So it just makes it easier for people to get that support. So I'm loving it, absolutely loving it.
And a lot of people, I mean, like myself and like what you've just said, I've embraced video, online video chats and stuff as well. But it just seemed like the world didn't know about it. And although it's been there for many years, it just all of a sudden became so mainstream in a matter of days, really. And it's good that you've obviously you've embraced it well before, so that you've not had that kind of instant, oh no, I don't know what I'm doing, I've got to put everything online, and that can be a stress in an uncertain time anyway. So you talk about how you've been able to connect with people that have maybe moved away and stuff. Do you think that your business now is going to be more geared towards video rather than what it was beforehand? Do you think you're going to embrace it even more than you thought you ever would?
Yeah, there's a lot more video now. I mean, for example, I'm producing videos every week that can help my clients going forward. The same as yourself, you're producing videos every week, because everyone works to different schedules. Our lifestyles are different. It's not necessarily that easy to get everyone in the room together at the same time. Whereas now you can create your courses, you can create your videos, you can create your content, and you can have it there at a push of a button for your clients. So regardless of whether you're in the video industry, the fitness industry, the insurance industry, whatever industry you're in, you can have it there ready for your clients.
Yeah. I have, I do a PT class once a week, no, 3 times a week. Maybe I just show up once a week, I'm not sure, but it is 3 times a week. And so yesterday I couldn't do it because I was interviewing, but it's great that you can do the catch up, that you can literally go, do you know what? I won't be there for the class, but I literally watch it in my own time. It's a bit like TV on demand, where you can go back and watch something whenever you're ready to, because like you said, everyone's living different lives now. We don't sit down at a set time to do things. We have the freedom to pick up and drop things as and when we need. Have you found a lot of your clients have been doing the catch-ups, or how do you monitor all of that?
So I've now created a fitness dance club on demand, so clients can access my workouts anytime. Every time I do new ones, so I'm in the process of doing a Michael Jackson, Prince themed style fitness workout that I'll be uploading. I've got all different types of workouts that will be going up for clients to do sort of on their demand when they want it, as well as my live classes. So it gives people the best of both worlds. So they have that interaction with that human element, but then when they can't get on, if I've got a class running at 6:30, but they can only do it at 4:30 or 3 p.m. when the child's having a little snooze, then they can do it then. So it just makes it more flexible for them. And I think what's happened, it's forced a lot of people, or it drags them kicking and screaming into the video world, and then they've gone, actually, this is really bad. Why didn't we think of this before? So there've been a lot of us previously going, video's great, you should do. No, never do it. And when they've been forced, and going, oh, this has saved me so much time. For example, the classes, I don't need to travel there now. I don't need to worry about people making sure people have sprayed equipment down or anything like that. They can get it done there and then, so they can have the live classes, they can have their on demand. So it basically covers all areas, so it's just incredible.
I think it gives you more time back as well, because like you've just said, you can literally, if you've got a meeting at 9 o'clock, you can stay in bed till 8:30, and then you can literally just roll out 10 minutes before, turn the computer on. And that's a great thing, that especially having one-to-one meetings, you're paying for travel, you're not paying for coffees, you're not paying for parking, you're literally turning on the Zoom, you're talking to somebody, and then you go and see you later. And then you can literally get someone in 10 minutes later. Whereas before, you'd maybe be traveling half an hour to 45 minutes to another meeting. And when you actually look at how we used to be before people embrace video on a higher level than what we used to, how much more of our life do we get back by just embracing such a simple thing like video?
Time is so important. Most people don't give value to their time, so they'll look to save 20 pence on here or there by going to different shops, but won't realize that they're actually taking them 3 hours to save 20 pence from going from one shop to another shop to make savings. So it's looking at saying, well, actually, what's my time worth to me? If it saves you, for example, with the fitness, if it saves you an hour a day traveling because you'd have to travel half an hour to a gym and back, what can you do in that hour? What could you do in that hour? Could you spend an extra hour with your family? Could you actually sit down and have a meal with them when, if you're not traveling to and from work? Can you put the tea on the table 5:30 rather than 7 o'clock because you're stuck in traffic because there's been a massive traffic jam? It gives you so much time back to then say, well, actually, do I want to do things myself? Do I want any hobbies? Do I want to build a business? Do I want to start a business using video? Do I want to learn how to do things? And when you then have more time back, then your mental health will improve, because you're like, actually, there's something hobbies I haven't done for years. I'm going to take up. I'd say knitting, but I don't knit. But baking or something that has been a hobby that you can now bring back into your life. So how important is that? And I think it's making people realise that if you embrace video, you can claw so much time back, and you can actually make your life better. And in terms of having that connection, it's not saying you don't go out and meet with your friends. You'll just be able to do it in a different. You just do it in a different way, but it means that you'll save time in so many different areas.
Yeah, and do you know what? It's funny because for me, I've spent the last 2 years explaining to people all these things, and I suppose in a good way, I think this has made people realise that video isn't scary. You're not going to be perfect the first time you go on camera, but it's a journey. And I explain that video is a journey. I've got 10 years experience as a professional actor and as a filmmaker. So for me, very natural, very easy to do. But for somebody who's never done it before, they see it as I don't know how to do this. I'm too scared to do it. I don't want to do it. Put my head in the sand. Yeah. It's like, I use the analogy of, you wouldn't get on a motorbike if you'd never driven one before and go up the motorway. you just wouldn't do it because you'd be scared. You'd be scared of falling off and hurting yourself. But if you have the understanding of how to ride a bike, you've done your tests, you've spent time learning something, you love it, you enjoy it, you get straight on that motorway without any hesitation. That's the same thing with video. It's just the unknown, and it's just about breaking down those barriers. And a lot of people have embraced video, and a lot of people have actually gone, it's not that scary. And it isn't that scary, but it is a very vulnerable place to be. So you have to be confident and comfortable in the surroundings that you're in. You're a very confident person. I've met you on a couple of occasions, even when you did your stand-up, which was really good. How do you feel that, for you doing video, how do you think that has overall helped you before the pandemic to now?
It's massively helped me, because video, even when you're looking at exposure, if you're looking at social media, people want to get to know the person on the other side. If they're wanting to work with them, or they're wanting support, they're wanting guidance, they're not necessarily, if they see a post and go automatically and it's just a picture, do I like this person? Will they understand the struggles that I'm facing? Yeah. Whereas when you're with video, when you're talking to people, straight away there'll be people that go, actually, I don't like the fact that she's a Scouser because I don't like her accent. Fair enough. But then there'll be people who go, actually, I like her accent. And just things that you will connect. Yeah. You'll be able to connect with that person. I know for me, whenever I've purchased or bought anything online through social media, generally it's the video that's been the one that sort of helped me sort of press that button, because I've thought, well, actually, that person aligns with what I believe in, what I want to achieve, and I feel that they can help me.
Oh, your time is gone.
We could talk for hours.
We could talk for hours. Did you feel like that went really quick?
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the power of video. Jen, it's absolutely been a pleasure having you on the show, and I've been really looking forward to it, because I think what you're doing is really good in the fact that, you just grab life by the throat and you just go for it. And I think that's only a good thing. You have so much passion for what you do, and I hope that anybody that watches this will definitely get in touch with you, because I think what you're doing is really good. Have you enjoyed today?
I've loved it. Thank you for having me.
No, it's absolutely fine. If anybody would like to watch any previous episodes, you can go to youtube.com/Take the Cape Pro. If you'd like to see any of the latest videos, then feel free to hit the subscribe button and like all of our social media platforms. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon.